people, what is going on? Graham, back with another video. Got my trusty dusty notebook again, like you guys have probably seen already in like 5 of my videos. But right now I'm going to be speaking about my history with cannabis, okay? So, when I started, where it's led me, how it's evolved me, evoluted me, grown my mind, prepared me even, I could say, for mushrooms and whatnot, and much more than that. So let's just get started here. My history with cannabis. So this all began around when I was 12 years old, 11 years old, and I remember my first time smoking was with my best friend, Adam. If you're watching this, man, love you, and thank you for showing me this amazing plant. But yeah, so I smoked with him, and I remember it was kind of like a heightened anxiety phase in my life, especially in that moment, because I was scared of what people thought. I was scared of his parents finding out, telling my mom, you know, all these things, because I was still young. I had a lot to learn, but yeah, so we went to like this trailer thing. I'm gonna be doing just a little thing here, but we went to this trailer thing. It was a trailer, and yeah, this acrylic bong with one of those metal slide tubes kind of things, and I got 2 hits, I think, 2 hits only, and I was just blasted right off. I remember coming inside, and the first thing I do is I lay down on this bed, and I was just sitting there for like a good hour, I think, and I was just staring at the wall, and I was like in complete awe, and I was laughing and stuff, and like he's already been high a few times by now, so he knows it better than me, but like I was just freaking off my ass, and I remember being scared about my red eyes and putting in Visine and whatnot, and when his mom got home, but like I'm pretty sure I passed out right before, which was I was lucky with, because I probably wouldn't have even been able to talk. Like I remember one time I was with him and I was smoking dabs and stuff, and I forgot how to talk. I felt like I was in a shoebox in his garage falling through space, and we were just floating in space. Like probably some of the best memories of my life, definitely. But yeah, so that was when I was like 11, 12 years old, and from then it would be like every month or so I would smoke. I was smoking out of tin cans, like Coca-Cola cans. I was smoking out of water bottle bongs, with pens as a down stem, and like little metal bowls, tinfoil bowls as the bowl, which it causes Alzheimer's if you guys don't know, and a certain extent, but I think I'm fine. I didn't do too much, but I was smoking out of that stuff. I was smoking joints. I was smoking out of pipes. I was smoking out of actual bongs. I remember going to my friend's house who had an actual bong, and that was like heaven. Because nobody else had it, and I wasn't allowed to or anything at the time. My mom didn't know, or she did, but she didn't say anything, which is kind of good at the time. I remember my first talk with her about it. I cried. I literally cried. I don't know why, but I literally cried when she found out that I smoked. Yeah, so that just explains how much anxious and stuff I was at the time about it, and I don't see why. It's kind of one of those things, but she was good about it. I'm happy. I've been led where I've been led. So yeah, my history with cannabis, where we were going with this. So about 2 years in, 14-ish, is when she found out, and that's when I started really smoking. I started smoking every weekend now, instead of every month. It was every weekend. because I would go into town, because I used to live out in the country. So we would come into the city and I would hang out with my friends, and every single weekend we got high. We found out a way to get high every single weekend. If we weren't high, we would die. No, but pretty much, because we would just be like moping around, and then we'd take a few puffs and we'd be playing games all night. Eating out of house and home. But yeah, it was also for the experience and stuff. That was my childhood, and it was a really good one, honestly. I'm grateful for that. Yeah, and then when I turned about 15 or 16, I moved into town, actually, and this is when I started smoking tons. I was smoking every day, I believe. And I'm 19 now, so this is like 7 years in the making. But I moved into town, started smoking every single day, and I had my own bong. Had a few, actually, I think. Yeah, I started smoking every single day. Had grinders. These things are just little tools you guys don't understand. Like, when you're a stoner at the time, this is like the best tool you could ever have. But when you see my eyes just went over to the mushroom thing I'm about to explain. When you're a stoner, you need these tools. When you're a revolutionist and like an explorer of these realms of thoughts and mind, mushrooms are a tool. Weed is a tool. DMT is a tool. And it's just the same correlation as like a mini analogy kind of thing. But yeah, so I started smoking every day for probably the next 2 years till I was 18. Just recently stopped, so that gives you an idea. And now I can't even really smoke without getting super anxious or anything like that, but going kind of bonkers. But I kind of, like, it doesn't bother me anymore. So I'm kind of starting to realize the more the actual granulated effects of cannabis and what it's actually supposed to do. So I'm really happy about that. Sorry about that. Yeah, so that's probably it for my story today. My history of cannabis, it's led me here. And I'll probably keep smoking after these 2 years are up. But if not, then who gives a damn? Because I gotta do what I gotta do. Like, I don't gotta smoke though, I know what that. I don't gotta do shrooms, I don't gotta do nothing. Mushrooms. But it's just a tool. And if this isn't where my life is going, if this is how I want to explore, grow, then I'm gonna need it. In a sense. Because it's kind of like where all my ideas and stuff come from. And I think this is where all the first knowledge came from, so it's self-explanatory there. But this is it for the video, guys. It's been Graham, aka Lotus, my history of cannabis. Phew. Gone over in 9 minutes, real quick. From 12 to 14 to 16 to 18 to previous now. Yeah, so that's gonna be it for the video, guys. It's been Graham, aka Lotus. I might stop saying that, it's just been Graham. I'm not sure, you leave that down in the comments if you want to see. But this has been my history of cannabis. Peace out. Love you all.